Tinubu certificate saga. Nigerian constitution enables worst people among us to rule over us. Yesufu, welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. The constitution provisions, according to her, have enabled the worst people among Nigerians to occupy the most exalted positions, including the presidency in the country. Human rights activist and co-convener of Bring Back Our Girls, Yesufu, has said that it is a waste of time to debate the educational qualification of the ruling All Progressive Congress presidential candidate and former Lagos State Governor, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yesufu, who recollected that the same issue trended in 2014 when incumbent President Muhammadu Buhari emerged as the party presidential candidate, said Nigerian politicians are only taking advantage of the weak and flimsy 1999 constitution of the country. The constitution provisions, according to her, have enabled the worst people among Nigerians to occupy the most exalted positions, including the presidency in the country. Yesufu, in a statement tagged the Beyond the Certificate saga, noted that it is heartbreaking to find out that the constitution of the most populous African country provides a primary school leaving certificate or its equivalent as the least educational qualification for the #1 seat of a country, whereas for entry jobs, Nigerians are required to possess a university degree and a certificate of national youth service. She argued that rather than wasting time debating on Tinubu or any other politician's basic school certificate, Nigerians should focus their energies on electing people with competence, character, and capacity into the legislative arm of the government to courageously give Nigerians a brand new constitution that will take care of many anomalies that the country currently has with the 1999 constitution as amended. According to Yesufu, how did the highest political office in the land have a criterion of school certificate or its equivalent? Meanwhile, to teach even in a primary school, you need more than a school certificate. She noted that the current constitution was put together, albeit contentiously, in 1999. Yet, school certificate level or its equivalent was what was given for such an exalted position. Instead of talking about the same problem, we should be concerned with the Constitution of Nigeria that opened the gate for the least educated persons amongst us to have the opportunity to contest and govern us. Quoting the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, she said, according to the Section 131 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, a person shall be qualified for election to the office by the President if, #1, he is a citizen of Nigeria by birth, #2, he has attained the age of 40 years, #3, he is a member of a political party and is sponsored by that political party, #4, he has been educated up to at least full school certificate level or its equivalent. She pointed out that although some people believe that the basis of the constitution is illegal because it was drafted by a military government without the people's consent, she said, how can the supreme law of Nigeria peg school certificate as the least academic qualification for the exalted position of president of a country? How did we consider secondary school certificate holders for presidency in 1999, when Nigeria had a good population of well-educated and capable individuals from all walks of life? I am a strong opponent of discussing ways to fix the constitution to reflect a reality instead of dwelling on whether someone has certificate or otherwise. We should focus on electing people with competence, character, and capacity into the legislative arm of government that will be courageous enough to give Nigerians a brand new constitution that will take care of the many anomalies that we currently have with the 1999 constitution as amended. She explained that the Section 3181 of the Constitution further reveals sad details on what constitutes a school certificate by providing that a school certificate or its equivalent means A, Number 1, secondary school certificate or its equivalent, or grade 2 teacher's certificate, the situ and guard certificate, or 2, education up to secondary school certificate level, or C, primary 6 school leaving certificate or its equivalent, and I, service in the public or private sector and the Federation in any capacity acceptable to the Independent National Electoral Commission for a minimum of 10 years, and 2, attendance at courses and training in such institutions as may be acceptable to the Independent National Electoral Commission for periods totaling up to a minimum of 1 year, and the ability to read, to write, understand and communicate in the English language to the satisfaction of the Independent National Electoral Commission, and D, any other qualification acceptable for the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. She noted that by implication, it means that if a janitor with a primary school's leaving certificate or its equivalent works in a private or public service for 10 years, cleaning without even doing anything beyond just cleaning, he is as eligible to run for president of Nigeria as a professor. Whereas in Nigeria, you're only qualified for an entry job when you not just have a university degree, but also a National Youth Service Corps NYSC certificate. A minimum of a second-class upper degree is mostly stipulated. Therefore, rather than debating over the basic school certificate of Tinubu and the others, we need capable persons with character in the legislature to make laws that reflect our present situation and rid the constitution of obstinate provisions that have held the nation back. We should concern ourselves more with the fact that the biggest law of our land enables the worst among us to rule over us, and not concerning ourselves with who presents their certificates or not. This certificate saga is not one for banter. It is a major issue that should make us weep for our dear nation. We must begin assessing persons who will fill up the legislature to give us a progressive constitution and an active judiciary that reflects the rule of law and justice. The judiciary is vested with the power to interpret laws. Sadly, Nigeria has not seen as much activism as is required of the judiciary when entertaining cases or interpreting the law. A lot of wrongs and anomalies would have been fixed if our judges displayed judicial activism. In the case of Teva Kaki vs. PDP ORS 2014-15 NWLR Part 1430374, the court held that submission or presentation of certificate is not a requirement of S.177D of the Constitution as regards the gubernatorial screening process. The process of screening requires the candidate to fill in his qualification in the form and swear to verifying affidavit that the confirmation contained in Form CF001 was accurate. Well, Aisha has just said the truth. Instead of us dragging this, that is why I'm saying it is beyond this political activism should be not just during the general election, even state election, even local government election, even councillorship, that senator, all those speakers. We are supposed to make sure we put in the right people who have the interests of Nigeria at heart. Okay, on this note, we have come